Hey guys, it's Anna again. I am planning on doing a few crafty things today, so I figured I would take you along to hang out with me and do all the little crafty things that I have planned. So I'm just gonna take you with me through it all. I have a few skeins that I want to wind up. I'm gonna cast on a beanie, I think, and just other random things. Okay, so the first order of business, I'm over here in my little yarn corner. This is kind of my more immediate projects. I kind of stash them all over here, or like the yarns that I want to use. So I have a few that I want to wind up. These two, namely, which I talked about in my podcast. I want to wind these up and get knitted on them because they're both going to be beanies. Inshallah, they're gonna both be made into beanies. So I have this like burgundy plum-y color and then this alpaca undyed camel color. So I'm gonna wind these up so I can get started knitting them because I feel like they'll both be like relatively quick projects. Then I have other that are currently on my whip list or like in my whip. So I'm using this one for my V-neck sweater. This is going in my scarf. These are left for my scarf. And then these I'm planning on making. These are for my column cowl that I want to cast on. This is left from my scarf. And yeah, I just have some other immediate whips. Well, these aren't really that immediate, but I have like another dark green yarn and just like needles and used knitting stuff right here. Unfortunately, it's not all that well organized because I'm kind of in a phase, I suppose. So I also have a bunch of other projects. Like these are immediate projects that, yeah, I guess these are just whips and needles. Like this is just kind of a mess in here. So I have all of my needles stored, and then I have some other yarn that is in progress or is like hibernating whips. And yeah, I just have a bunch of random things in here. Yeah, this is just like another hibernating whip. All I need to do is attach the strap and this will be done. But I've just been going back and forth about what color strap I want. I wanted to do like a beige at first, like a light brown, like beigey color, and then I didn't like that, and then I wanted to find like a teal color to match the actual color of the bag, and I couldn't find that, so I tried to dye it, and that didn't work at all. So now I think I'm just gonna go with dark brown. And yeah, maybe I should finish this really soon because it would be cute to wear. This is the Florence bag by Petite Knit. Yeah, the Florence bag, I think is what it's called. So yeah, I just have a bunch of random things in here that I need to finish. And same thing with this is another whip that is so beautiful that I cannot wait to finish. But yeah, first things first, instead of finishing up with all these whips, let me just cast on a few more. I just think these are such pretty colors for the fall. Oh my gosh, I love this so much. It'll be really pretty as a beanie. And this one too. And I got a scarf, like a headscarf in this color, which I'm so obsessed with. So we'll see if they actually match perfectly. I actually just want to test out to see if this yarn matches the scarf that I got. And I'm looking at it here. And they look pretty close. This one looks more red, whereas this one is more like a deepy maroon, more purpley color. I think they will look good together. This is a beanie, this is the hijab. Okay. To be honest, my wind-up station is not ideal. I have to like strategically place myself here and there throughout my house to set this up, and it is never convenient. So I'm just gonna set these up, which these are definitely knitting essentials. Before I didn't have these, I used to just wind it up by hand. Like I would take the hank of yarn in like wrap it around like my feet or something, and then I would hand wind it, and that just took so long. It was so annoying to do. So one day I was looking at these online and my brother was here and I was like, hey, do you want to get me this? And he was like, yeah. So my brother got me this. Shouts out to my brother Nico for getting me this, because it's definitely a game changer, and it's made life so much easier. And then I got this on my own. So this is so good. So let me wind these up really quick. Who should I wind up first? Maybe the thick boy. I'm gonna wind up the thick boy first. My house is partially under construction, so it's like really messy and chaotic in here. But okay. Ooh. I hope this is enough for one beanie. Yeah, I still don't know what pattern I'm gonna do. I want to look on Ravelry for a little bit. This is like an unspun. Well, it's like very not that spun. It's so pretty. All right, let's see here. Why is it so hard to lift? I know why. Because I have one hand pulling against it. All right, I got my itty bitty. I got these baby scissors, and I love them. I keep them in my knitting supply, like my most reached for knitting supplies. I don't know, scissors are always needed. Does anyone else have like trouble when they're winding up the hank? I have used this yarn before. I knit a beanie. I knit a beanie for my grandpa. I think he likes it. It's a nice yarn that I got for that man. He better be wearing it. I actually hate winding yarn. It's just a hassle. So I try to do it in bulk. Like I would try to do all of the projects at once. And I will always wind them up. Like if I'm using two strands, I will wind them up together, because I'm not about to hold more than one skein of yarn. Like at all. Anyway, this thing's set up over here. Okay, first two. Well, okay, you couldn't fit it all in one skein. I would have liked to have just one giant skein, but okay, it's in two. They're looking fat, chubby, and cute. All right, it's time for my alpaca from Dottie. This is Dottie's yarn. It's from Dottie the alpaca. Oh my gosh, it's literally like, it is so soft. It's just so soft. Yeah. All right, got it open. Let's start winding. You know, I just don't really care for it. Winding. Also, look how beautiful my plant is. She's the season's diamond for sure. I'm so irked because it flew off. It flew off the ball. What the heck? Now I'm gonna have to rewind the whole thing. I'm about to freak out because it flew off again. Something about it is not winding up very tight. So literally, yeah, I'm experiencing fury at the moment. God help me. Why is this happening to me? I think my setup just sucks right now. Okay. Third time is a charm. Okay, happened a third time. I don't know what's going on. I don't get it. I think this yarn is so soft that maybe it just keeps flying off the whatever winder thing it is called. I don't know why. Literally, I've made a huge mess. I'm getting flustered. I'm extremely flustered right now. This yarn though is so soft, like I cannot even describe it. I'm just gonna try it for a fourth time, and if not, then you might never see me again because I might have entered Requiem Aeternam. Okay, come down here with me. I don't know why I'm having such extreme technical difficulties today. This has never happened to me before, but I'm just gonna go I'm just gonna go very slowly, and then if it flies off, then I will throw this yarn in the trash. I just need to observe it very closely. Make sure no one comes in and chucks it off of this yarn winder. Again, like what's... Alright. Nervous. Moving on to the next one that flew off, and I'm literally not kidding. Look at this. What the heck? I think I'm gonna have to split this into 2 skeins because this one's looking a bit chunky already, and I have a lot left. 2 skeins. It is very loose. What is with this? I don't know. Somebody tell me why it's doing this to me. Okay, back again. And I'm wearing my wrist brace because I have developed an injury on my wrist. But I keep using it. I can't stop. This is gonna be the ugliest skein ever. Or I suppose you call it a cake. It's not gonna be a pretty cake. Alright, I did it. They're very loose. I don't know what's the deal with them, but this is my cake. This is my alpaca cake. And yeah, maybe I will cast this on today. Smells a bit dusty. I have 2 skein tags that I'm going to store in this box. I've been storing my the yarn tags since last year. It's been fun to count at the end of the year. So I did my like yarn stats last year, and I think I'm probably gonna have way less this year, but I wanted to count it again just because it was fun to see like how many miles of yarn I knit. So okay, this is what I have from this year so far. So I'm gonna put those in there, and now I'm going to go do some planning. I don't know why that was so annoying. I feel like slightly stressed out from that endeavor that I need to chill for a second. So for this alpaca yarn that I got, I'm thinking more so that I'm going to knit the Pearl Soho's classic ribbed beanie, which I've made, I think probably, let me actually count. I made one for my grandpa, one for my grandma, one for my brother, one for my mom's friend, one for my cousin, and then I made one for me that I'm not finished with yet because I ran out of yarn. So I've made 6. So, and most of them haven't been for myself. So I would love to have my own. So, okay, I think that's probably what I'm gonna make. I think this yarn is a little bit thicker. It says that it's sport weight, which I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's true. But I think this yarn will work fine for the ribbed beanie. I think I'm just gonna do that one. I could do a more fun beanie, but since I don't really have one of those for myself, I just kind of want one, but also it's so basic and simple. You're just doing ribbing for like 9 inches and then you do the decreases, so it's really simple. This one, I need to find a pattern still for it. But oh my, this color is just so, it's so rich, like you can't really tell. I can tell in person. The way that the light reflects off of this yarn is just really gorgeous. Go on Ravelry and see what they have. So to find a pattern for this super bulky yarn, I'm going to first look in the yarns tab on Ravelry and see if there are any other people that have made beanies with this specific yarn, and I'm going to check if they hopefully there's a free pattern out there. But yeah, so I went to the yarn page and I'm looking at projects made with this specific yarn, and I'm just gonna cycle through and see if I can find any projects that I like. It looks like there's a lot of beanies. On here, so I'm just gonna go through and find one. I found one that might be cool. It's this cabled hat, but I don't know because I don't really like when it doesn't have a brim. So ideally I'll find one that can be folded over. Actually, this one might be perfect. It's just really simple. Let's see if there's, let's look into this pattern. So basically I will look at the yarn and the patterns under the yarn, and then if I see a pattern that I like, then I will look at that pattern specifically. So this is super bulky weight yarn, and I think this hat might be better, kind of looks a little bit better. It just looks a little bit more professional than the cabled one, although a cabled one would be pretty fun to make, but probably not. Maybe I would like a cabled hat with like a not super bulky yarn. I don't think super bulky yarn looks that good a lot of the time, to be honest, but I could probably whip it up fast, and that will feel good. Is it free? Yes, it's free. Okay, great. I'm gonna save this one in my favorites. And then I'm just gonna continue looking through a little bit more to see if there are any other patterns that might be of interest to yours truly. Honestly, I could try to come up with a gauge myself and just cast it on and make what I want, but sometimes, most of the time, I don't feel like doing that. I would rather just rely on someone else's pattern, you know? Especially if it's free, like, let me just do that. There's a lot of cool hat patterns out there, and I just keep making really basic beanies, but I want to make more funky beanies moving forward. You know what? I think I'm going to do this Vima beanie, because I think it just kind of will be good for this. So that may be the one that I do, and I can probably finish it. I want to finish it so fast, so let me look more into that pattern, and maybe I'm gonna start casting things on right now. Also, it's starting to get a little bit chillier here, especially at night and in the morning, to the point where, like, I will wear a sweater sometimes during the day if I'm just sitting at work, sitting down. So I think I'm going to take down my yarn. Well, hold up. I think I'm going to take down my storage. Oh my gosh, there's a giant spider on the window. What is it with all these spiders these days? It's spider mating season. They're everywhere. So I want to take out my winter clothes basically, which is essentially just my sweaters from my closet. I have them all stored in a area in these like bags, whatever, storage bags. You know what I'm talking about. So I want to take those down and start. Maybe I need to wash some. Maybe I want to start wearing some. So yeah, I have a few that I want to alter a little bit too. So inshallah, I am going to hopefully take that down soon, because I've been wearing my one sweater that I finished, but like it's just boring gray. Like, let me pull out some of my more fun colors. See. Also, you can follow me on Ravelry, or if you just want to see all of the projects that I made, they're all listed in here. So you can go check them out. They're really nice. I tried to put photos on all of them, so my page is looking a little bit cute, I think. There's a lot that are still whips, or that I just haven't photographed as finished objects. So I don't even know if you can follow people on Ravelry, but if you ever curious about any of my projects, you can go check them out there. So I think everything's listed there, except for like a random beanie that gift knits. I don't usually post them because I just give them away. So, you know, I think this will look pretty with this scarf color. This looks good together, because this is pretty orange and this is more brown. Whatever. I think I'm gonna cast on a beanie. Alright, so this is the one I'm gonna do. It's a Vima beanie, Viima, by Vera. So let's do it. It looks pretty easy. Oh no, I'm gonna have to decide on the size. 2 sizes. So I'm first going to decide what size I want to make, and then I will. Yeah, should I make the smaller or the bigger size? I don't know if my head is big or small. I think it's like normal. But I do have like 1 layer, 2 layer, and then a lot of hair underneath, so sometimes a bigger size works better for me so it doesn't cut off circulation on my head. So I got my bag of things, and I've just been keeping my needles in here. So I have all of my cables and then all of my interchangeable fixed needles here. So I'm just gonna see what I need for these 2 beanies. So I think the Pearl Soho ribbed hat is 3.25 millimeter needles, but my yarn looks a little bit thicker than that. So I'm considering doing maybe like 3.5 millimeter needles. Alright, so I have my needles and my yarn. For this bulky weight, it's an 8 millimeter needle, so I put that together and that will be ready to cast on. And then for this beanie, it's supposed to be on 3.25 millimeter needle, but I couldn't find that, so I'm just gonna go with 4 millimeter, and I think it might work out well. Who should I cast on first? Maybe I will cast this one on. It's calling for a tubular cast on, which I forget how to do. So I might have to do a little YouTube research really quick so I can cast this one on. And then I think it'll just be like super quick and fast to just bead through. I think I'm gonna have to go for 16 just so I don't run out of yarn. So I'll do size number 1. And then for this one I'll probably do the adult small just because I'm using 4 millimeter. So my gauge would be a little bit bigger and I don't want to have it be too big. So those are my plans. Now let's do some research on how to cast this thing on tubular. Whenever I'm looking for a tutorial on YouTube of how to do a specific technique, I'm like, just give me the shortest video ever. Like if the video is more than 3 minutes long, I'm just not gonna watch it. Like ideally just give me something so short. But yeah, like this first one is 11 minutes and 53 seconds. Like, you really think I'm gonna watch that just to learn? I really only need to see it once. And then I will just do it. So, like... Alright, you guys, I'm not doing a tubular cast on. I'm just gonna do a German twisted cast on. And so I just have my long tail. And then I don't do a slip knot whenever I cast on. Oh my! Everything has stopped! Because I just got a package in mail that I am excited for. I ordered these, well, they're just little jewelry pieces from a Native American seller. And they're so pretty. Okay, hold on. Let me take these out so I can show you. I love jewelry more than anything else. Like, more than knitting, I love jewelry. So I got these, like, turquoise earrings. Oh my gosh, they're so pretty. Should I put them on right now? I think I'm gonna put them on right now. So I'm just gonna take these out and I'm gonna try putting in my new ones. I'm gonna put these in first. Okay, I put both in. Ooh, I like them. I think that this blue looks really good with this orange too. When I cast on, usually I decide like how much I need. I will just take like a little bit and then I will measure how much is one stitch. So I'll do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then I will just take like 10 stitches and then I will count. So this I need 50 some stitches. So I'm just gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and just start right here. So the way that I usually start my cast on is I definitely don't do a slip knot. I just take it and then I wrap the needle around. So I just wrap it. That way there's not a knot in my knitting. Now I'm just going to do a German twisted cast on, which is kind of just like a long tail cast on. So instead of doing the tubular cast on, which is just like a little bit more complex, I'm just going to do the German twisted cast on, which is like weird. But yeah. Okay, now I have one on there. So I'm just gonna do that and cast them all. I think I have like 56 stitches, so I'm gonna do that. Bye! If I made a sweater with this yarn, it would felt so bad. I think like it's already like pilling a little bit. This is gonna take me a while to cast on these 56 stitches. In the grand scheme of things, it's not gonna take me long at all. Yay! I did it. Okay, I have 56 stitches casted on, and look, I have too much tail. Whatever. It should be good. I'm going to join it in the round. The way that I join in the round usually is I will cast on another stitch. So I'm going to cast on the 57th stitch, and then I will join it and I will just drop that stitch so that it hooks together. And it looks like this is going to be a tiny hat. But I don't know. Actually, no, I think it should fit. So I'm gonna go find a stitch marker to put on here. I'm probably gonna end up having to use a ring because, actually, let's check in my little knitting bag. In here, I don't know that I'm gonna have a stitch marker that's gonna fit on here. So I kind of like store all my stitch markers in here. And actually, my wrist is starting to hurt, so I should probably stop knitting. But yeah, none of these are about to fit on this, I don't think. So I'm just gonna go grab a ring and then join in the rounds. I'm gonna make sure that my stitches are not twisted because I don't want my life to end. And then I will just take this one and drop it off. That way I'm joined in the rounds. And then I'm gonna put this stitch marker on. And now I can start doing my ribbing. It's looking beautiful so far. Good morning! So it's the next day and I have a few more things that I need to complete and a few more crafty things to do before I have to get real and serious for the weekend and do things that are not as fun. And now I have my Americano, which essentially I drink every single day because it's just the best type of coffee drink ever. So first I did work on a few jewelry pieces. So I rebeaded this piece that was originally on an elastic and now it's on a silk thread, and I added some sterling silver findings so it's like actually a nice necklace now and it won't stretch out. So that looks cool. I'm happy with that. And then I also fixed up this bracelet that I made and added some silver findings. So this is just strung on a silk thread and knotted, and then added the silver thing on there so I can actually tie it and wear it. So those are my jewelry endeavors. Hopefully in a future vlog be able to make some more jewelry. And then also update from yesterday, I've made some progress on my beanie. So I used up the smaller skein the smaller cake that I had wound up, and I attached this yarn, the second ball right here, and now I'm still knitting. It's gone by super quick. It's crazy when you knit these because they get smaller so fast because after just a few rounds, such chunky yarn. So I'm happy to report that it actually fits. Let's see. It actually fits on my head, so I'm happy about that. Obviously it's gonna be folded up brim, and I think I should have enough, so more like this. So yeah, I'm about there. It's going by really fast, and yeah, I think I'm gonna finish this one first and then I will cast on the second beanie with the alpaca yarn. So yeah, I love this. I'm really excited to wear. Yay. So yeah, now one thing that I want to do from yesterday is wash the silver pieces that I got. I want to give them a little wash in a silver wash just to shine them up a little bit, and then I'll be able to wear them more. So this is like my color right now. I made this bracelet too, so I'm just gonna add that to my stack. So this is like my color right now. Can't wait to wear beanies. I love beanies. These are kind of pretty together, no? Mm-hmm. So I want to clean these just to get like that kind of dirt off. Aren't they beautiful? Alright, that's about how clean they're gonna get. So these are pretty clean. And those are pretty clean. I wish I could get them like shining silver at home, but I just don't think I have the tools to do that. And I don't want to damage them, so I'm gonna call it good. So I wanted to order the yarn for the tank top that I'm gonna make as a gift, but I have to enlist my brother's help first. So I'm waiting on him to get back to me just so I know how many skeins of yarn I need to order exactly. So, which is like half fabric, half yarn, and then I have a few more things. Okay, I definitely want to go through my whips and see where they're all at and make a plan. But I found this hat that's almost done, but I ran out of yarn, so I'm gonna come up with a plan for that. And I have a few more yarns over here, but I can't find the yarn that I need. What the heck? I found what I needed to find, which is this Teclina. This is the yarn that I'm gonna use for the tank top. So I have one skein. I just need to order a few more, hopefully not too many. I talked about this in my podcast episode, but this is the pillow that I was making. So I finished knitting it and I just need to sew the backing on. So maybe I'm just gonna throw this in the wash today, give it a good wash and block, and that way I can determine how long I need to make the pillow backing. Yeah, I just haven't decided how big I want to make it. So yesterday I was talking about how I couldn't find the needles for the beanie that I needed to make, but I found them because there's this beanie that's currently a whip, and I actually ran out of the white yarn. It's a completely different yarn, but it looks kind of the same. So I'm thinking if I just use this, I don't have to buy more yarn, and I can finish this beanie really quick, because this one I really like. And it's so close to the finish line, so maybe I'll just finish this with the other yarn and no one will know. Really quick, because I'm just at the decreases. Yeah, I think I'm just about to start the decreases, so I'll probably do that. I pulled this whip out, which is the Florence bag that I have knit, sewn the zipper in, sewn the lining in, and everything. I just need to add the strap. So I think I will add the strap. I'm just gonna pull it from another bag that I made that I don't use. And I'm thinking I'll make it a shoulder bag. So it'll be small. Or should I make it? I don't know if I should make it long or short. I think it's cuter shorter, but I don't typically like to wear those small shoulder bags. I love a crossbody bag. That's just my preference. I can give you a little update on my structure scarf. So I'm almost done with the second block. Let me take this off. Ooh, hold on. Hot hijab for real. So yeah, I'm almost done with the second block. It's looking good so far. I got the pom-pom maker. I can't wait to add the pom-poms. So yeah, that's where I'm at on here. I made a tiny mistake right there. So I'm just gonna slap a label over that part. But yeah, it's looking good so far. It's really fun knit to make this thing. So I finished the collar. It looks okay. It's just so hard to tell when you haven't blocked something. It just looks so bad when you haven't blocked. So I finished the collar. So I want to cast on the sleeve. Yeah, wish me luck, because I want to be done with this project so bad. Will this look good with this color? Nah, probably not. But yeah, that's all. I feel like I have so many whips and I need to finish some of these. that have been sitting forever. So yeah, thanks for joining me and have a great day, night, week, weekend, wherever you are. Thanks for watching. Bye. And I'll see you in the next one.